Success is a road traveled by few because it demands more than talent or luck. It demands a fire in your soul, a relentless refusal to settle for anything less than your highest potential. Yet most people never reach that summit, not because they lack ability, but because they surrender before the journey even begins. They fail not in spite of their dreams, but because they allow their minds to become prisons of doubt, distraction, and defeat. This is why most people never succeed. Imagine a man standing before a towering mountain, the peak shrouded in clouds of uncertainty and fear. Most will gaze at that mountain, feel the weight of its height, and step backward, convinced the climb is impossible. Yet a few will step forward, their eyes burning with a vision so vivid it dissolves the distance. They don't see the obstacles as barriers, but as stepping stones. This difference, between the ones who climb and the ones who turn away, lies within the very core of their mindset. Napoleon Hill, the architect of success philosophy, understood this better than anyone. He knew that the battles won inside the mind decide the fortunes that follow outside. The starting point of all achievement, Hill said, is desire. Not a passive wish, but a consuming hunger that demands action. Most people never cultivate this hunger. They flirt with dreams, but never declare war on complacency. Mindset is the crucible in which all success is forged. It's the lens through which you interpret every failure, every setback, every voice of criticism. The successful understand that setbacks are not signs to stop, but invitations to rise stronger. Thomas Edison, the inventor who illuminated the world, famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His mindset refused to bow to failure. Instead, it used failure as a compass, guiding him toward eventual triumph. Belief is the fuel that ignites your mindset. Without unshakable belief in yourself and your purpose, desire withers into frustration. The most successful men and women in history, Carnegie, Ford, Lincoln, Disney, possessed an unwavering conviction that their vision was not only possible, but inevitable. This belief transformed their dreams into destiny. Clarity sharpens belief into action. It's the difference between wandering in darkness and moving with intention. Clear vision demands brutal honesty with yourself, knowing exactly what you want, why you want it, and what you're willing to sacrifice. Henry Ford didn't invent the automobile on a whim. He envisioned a future where cars were accessible to the masses, and he dedicated his life to that clarity. Purpose is the heartbeat beneath every achievement. It's what turns labor into legacy, struggle into strength. When your purpose resonates with your deepest values, no obstacle is too great, no night too dark. Purpose anchors desire, keeping it from drifting into mere ambition. But desire and purpose without discipline are like a sword without a hand. Discipline is the bridge that carries dreams across the chasm of procrastination and distraction. It's the daily grind, the choices made when motivation fades, when comfort calls, when the world doubts. Edison's countless hours in his lab, Lincoln's sleepless nights during civil strife, Disney's relentless pursuit of imagination, each was powered by unyielding discipline. Action, relentless and massive, follows discipline. Dreams remain shadows until you step forward, again and again, with deliberate effort. Successful people don't wait for perfect conditions. They create them with every purposeful act. Gratitude may seem like a quiet virtue, but it is a warrior's shield. It keeps despair at bay, opens your eyes to opportunity, and transforms setbacks into lessons. Carnegie, a man who rose from poverty to fortune, credited gratitude as a constant companion on his journey. Adaptability is the silent strength that allows your burning desire to bend without breaking. The road to success is never linear. Walt Disney faced repeated failures and rejections, but his ability to pivot and evolve transformed his dreams into a global empire. Resilience stitches the wounds of defeat and fuels the courage to continue. When you fall, and you will fall, resilience lifts you back with greater wisdom and fierceness. Learning is the relentless pursuit of mastery. Carnegie read hundreds of books. Edison experimented endlessly. Lincoln studied the art of leadership and human nature. To succeed, you must become a lifelong student of yourself and your craft. Most people fail because they lack this integration of mindset, belief, clarity, purpose, discipline, action, gratitude, adaptability, resilience, and learning. They fragment their efforts, abandon their vision at the first storm, and settle for a life beneath their potential. But you are not most people. You will demand more from yourself. You will fight through doubt and distraction. You will sculpt your destiny with every choice and every breath. Because success is not given, it is claimed. The mountain awaits. The peak is yours to conquer. Rise now, relentless and resolute. This is why most people never succeed, and this is how you will never be one of them. The path to success is not paved with ease. It is carved by those willing to endure the grind, to embrace discomfort as a teacher, to look fear in the eye and declare, "I will move forward regardless." Think of Abraham Lincoln, a man who faced defeat after defeat, lost elections, personal heartbreaks, national crisis, and yet pressed on with a conviction so fierce it reshaped a nation. His success was not in avoiding failure, but in mastering the art of persistence. Persistence is the muscle that grows stronger with every challenge you meet. Most people give up when the road turns rocky, but champions dig deeper. They don't see obstacles as dead ends. They see them as opportunities to test their resolve. This is the essence of what Napoleon Hill described as definiteness of purpose. When your purpose is definite, clear, sharp, immovable, no failure can keep you down for long. Your mind is the battlefield. It will flood you with voices of doubt. Those insidious whispers saying you're not good enough, not ready, not deserving. But remember, these voices are not truth. They are the echo of fear. The power to silence them lies in your hands. Hill wrote, "What the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." It's not just a statement, it is a law. The mind shapes reality. It builds the bridge from desire to fortune. Clarity of purpose sharpens this power. When you know exactly what you want, your mind stops wandering into the wasteland of excuses and distractions. It locks onto your target like a heat-seeking missile. Think of Ford, who revolutionized the automobile industry because he had a clear vision, not just of the car itself, but of the world transformed by accessible transportation. Desire without clarity is like a flame without oxygen, flickering, weak, easily snuffed out. But when desire and clarity unite, they create a firestorm that cannot be ignored. Your vision becomes your command, and your life aligns to execute it. Yet vision alone is not enough. Purpose is what binds the vision to your soul. It is the reason you endure the setbacks, the sacrifices, the lonely nights when the world sleeps, and your dreams keep you awake. Purpose is what transforms ambition into destiny, but even purpose demands discipline. Discipline is the unseen architect behind every success story. It is the quiet commitment to show up, to do the work, to keep the promises you make to yourself, even when no one is watching. Edison's relentless experiments, Disney's countless rewrites and rejections, Lincoln's steadfast leadership, they all thrived on discipline. Discipline demands that you master your habits, control your time, and guard your energy. It requires the strength to say no to short-term pleasure for long-term gain. It is the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. Action must follow discipline without hesitation. Dreams die in the gap between thought and deed. Napoleon Hill emphasized taking action, not occasional bursts, but consistent, purposeful motion toward your goal. Massive action dismantles resistance, builds momentum, and transforms invisible hopes into tangible results. Gratitude anchors you in reality, reminding you that every step forward is a victory. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present. Gratitude teaches humility and fuels resilience, the courage to keep moving when the journey is hardest. Adaptability is your shield against life's unpredictable storms. The greatest achievers never cling blindly to one plan. Walt Disney, after countless failures, adapted his approach until his vision found form. The road bends, twists, and sometimes breaks. but your will must remain flexible, your desire unbreakable. Resilience is the grit that powers your comeback. Every fall is a chance to rise stronger, wiser, and more determined. Failure is not a verdict, it is a lesson, a necessary step toward mastery. Learning sharpens every weapon in your arsenal. Carnegie devoured books. Edison experimented ceaselessly. Lincoln studied the art of leadership. Your commitment to growth must be relentless. Each day an opportunity to refine your mind, skills, and character. Most people falter because they chase fleeting motivation, give in to doubt, or lose sight of their purpose when the first storm hits. They are scattered, inconsistent, fragile. They build castles in the air but neglect the foundation beneath. But you are different. You are forged from a different steel. You are the architect of your destiny, the captain of your soul. You will face the mountain and climb. You will endure the storm and prevail. You will become the one who never quits, who never settles, who never accepts less than your best. This is why most people never succeed, and this is how you will never be one of them. The fire is burning inside you. Now is the time to unleash it. Stop wishing. Stop waiting. Demand your future with every fiber of your being. Success is not a gift, it is a conquest. And the conquest begins with a single decision. The decision to never give up, to never give in, to never be ordinary. You were born to be extraordinary. It's time to act like it. The truth is simple, yet brutal. Success will never come to those who wait politely on the sidelines. It is reserved for those who storm the gates with relentless courage. Consider the stories etched in history. The tenacity of Lincoln, who rebuilt a fractured nation, the unyielding vision of Ford, who put the world on wheels, the fearless imagination of Disney, who transformed dreams into reality. These were not people gifted with effortless success. They were warriors of discipline and desire, masters of mindset and action. Your mind is the battlefield where victory is first claimed. It is here that you must wage war against the inertia of doubt and the paralysis of fear. Napoleon Hill taught that whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. This is not merely a platitude. It is a call to arms, to conceive a vision that demands your life's blood, to believe in it so fiercely that every cell in your body aligns to its purpose. This belief is the cornerstone. Without it, desire flickers like a candle in the wind, fragile and doomed. But with belief, desire becomes a raging inferno that refuses to be extinguished. The clarity of your vision sharpens this fire, transforming vague wishes into a precise, immovable goal. Yet, vision alone will not carry you across the chasm separating dreams from reality. It is discipline, the unglamorous, unrelenting commitment to daily progress, that constructs the bridge. Discipline means showing up when motivation is gone. It means doing the hard work no one sees. Edison failed thousands of times, yet he never faltered because discipline anchored him to his purpose. Massive action is the engine that powers this journey. Dreams without action are fantasies. Action without dreams is aimless labor. The fusion of these forces creates unstoppable momentum. Remember Carnegie, who rose from poverty through constant learning and unyielding effort. Remember Lincoln, who read by candlelight after a day of back-breaking labor. Remember Disney, who turned repeated rejection into a media empire. Gratitude steadies your heart amidst chaos. It is the silent force that turns struggle into strength. When you appreciate what you have while relentlessly pursuing what you want, you cultivate resilience, the power to rise after every fall, to persevere when hope seems distant. Adaptability allows your vision to survive the storms. Walt Disney's story was not a straight line, but a series of pivots and reinventions. To succeed, you must embrace change as a friend, not an enemy. Flexibility in strategy, firmness in purpose. Resilience is the grit that keeps you standing when all else fails. It is the soul's defiance against defeat. Failure is not final. It is merely feedback. Each setback contains the seed of a greater comeback. Learning is your weapon and shield. Carnegie, Edison, Lincoln, each pursued knowledge relentlessly. understanding that mastery is a lifelong quest. To win, you must never stop growing, evolving, and sharpening your mind. Most people fail because they lack this unity of mind, heart, and action. They break apart under pressure, lose faith in themselves, and surrender their destiny to circumstances. But you are not most people. You are the master of your fate. You are the author of your legacy. You are the storm that breaks through the silence of complacency. You will climb the mountain. You will break through the barriers. You will become the one who endures, achieves, and conquers. The moment you decide to rise is the moment you become unstoppable. Now go forth and claim what is yours. This moment, the one you're standing in, right now, is the crucible of your future. The decisions you make, the actions you take, the mindset you cultivate in this very instant will echo through every chapter of your life. Understand this. Greatness is not given. It is earned with sweat, sacrifice, and unwavering discipline. It demands that you forsake comfort for growth, passivity for purpose, hesitation for decisive action. Look to Edison, who turned 1,000 failed experiments into the incandescent light that transformed the world. He didn't see failure. He saw progress, each misstep a stepping stone toward mastery, and he persisted because his desire burned hotter than any obstacle could douse. His story is your blueprint. Relentless discipline combined with a burning desire is the alchemy of fortune. Your discipline is the bridge spanning the impossible. It connects the fertile ground of your dreams to the solid foundation of your reality. Without it, dreams remain castles in the sky, beautiful but unreachable. With it, every small, consistent effort stacks like bricks, building a fortress of success that no storm can breach. Discipline demands that you master your mind first, because the chaos within will shape the chaos outside. Hill's words ring true. The man who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does. This principle is simple: exceed expectations daily. That requires discipline, to work harder, to learn faster, to persist longer than anyone else. But discipline alone is not enough without clarity of vision. Clarity cuts through the fog of distractions. It aligns your actions with your highest purpose. Without clarity, you wander. With it, you move like a predator, focused, purposeful, unstoppable. Gratitude transforms the grind into grace. It is the quiet power that fuels resilience. When you are grateful for every challenge, every lesson, every setback, you armor your spirit against despair. Like Lincoln, who faced unimaginable turmoil, yet found strength in his convictions, gratitude nurtures the soul to endure. Adaptability is your secret weapon. The world changes. The plan shifts. Your ability to pivot without losing sight of your purpose will determine whether you survive or thrive. Walt Disney didn't build his empire by stubbornly clinging to one idea. He adapted, evolved, and expanded. Action is your sword. No dream can survive without it. Massive, relentless, purposeful action shatters barriers. It turns intention into reality. Every great man and woman you admire took action when others hesitated. Remember, failure is not your enemy. It is your ally. It is the fire that forges resilience. Each time you fall, you learn to rise stronger. Your setbacks are simply setups for your greatest comebacks. The reason most people fail is simple. They quit. They surrender their dreams at the first sign of struggle. They lack the discipline to persevere, the clarity to stay focused, the resilience to keep fighting. But you are not most people. You are forged from the same steel as history's giants. You possess the power to create, to conquer, to change the course of your life. So seize your discipline, sharpen your vision, fuel your desire with gratitude, adapt like water, flowing, relentless, unstoppable. Take massive action with courage. Learn endlessly, rise relentlessly. This is your time. Your destiny is waiting. Discipline is the bridge. Build it with fire in your heart and unbreakable will, and walk it all the way to your fortune.